So far in here, I just got a jungle potting mix that has blood meal, bone meal, some perlite, worm castings, and I mixed it with peat moss. So like 50% peat moss or 75% peat moss and 25% that potting mix. I'm going to sweeten the whole thing up with some additional worm castings. Something from the I forgot where I got it. Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those. Some more worm castings. There you go. I'm not sure if that's good for seed starting or not. Hey, lizard, where the hell did this thing come from? There you go. Go. A little bit. Fill this tray up with this potting mix here. Usually for seed starting, you don't want too much heavy potting mix. So I probably should have done even less of that potting mix and more peat moss, but we'll see how this turns out. So luckily I still had this tray left over from some plants we bought a while ago. So just some peat moss and a jungle potting mix that has blood meal, bone meal, beneficial mycorrhiza, and so on. Let's see, maybe just, hey, perfect. Look at that. Temper this down a little bit. Go. And I'm gonna leave some room on top to top it off with perlite. I should have actually, could have probably put in some more perlite, but yeah, it'll do just fine. All right, so now we'll grab our dandy little tool here, hole poker. Here we go. I could use my finger, but since I have this, why not use it? I forgot where I got it from. Probably one of my kids' toys. I got a little kids' garden set. There we go. Works perfect. Should have probably pre-soaked this here, huh? That'd be maybe a good idea. All right, that's what it is. Okay. And here we are. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right. We have Mountain Grape. So this is my first time ordering from Tradewinds. And I just went onto their rare fruit seeds section and ordered a bunch of stuff. So let's see here. It's a lovely and little known blueberry relative bearing small purple edible fruits, also noteworthy for having brightly colored pink-red blossom, which from in dense clusters form in dense clusters. Shrubby, can grow up to 12 feet, 12 meters. Native to Central South American cloud forests. Sounds mythical. Making it uniquely adapted to cooler climates with light frosts, possibly hardy to 20 Fahrenheit. Look at that. Well, that won't be an issue here at all, huh? 10 seeds. So put these off to the side for now. Man, they must be super tiny. I don't feel them at all. What in the world? I wonder if there's anything even in here. Man, okay, well, we'll see. I got gloves on too, so probably don't even feel anything because of it. Let's see what else. Mango papaya. All right, well, most of y'all know what papaya is. So this is a variety that I've never seen in the store. I'm not a huge fan of papaya because the vomit taste and smell, but there are ways around it, of course. So mango papaya, we'll plant that one another time. Butterfly pea and double blue butterfly pea. So I saw some videos of people making some really cool drinks out of that. It turns blue and then purple when you add something acidic. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, this is what we're going to plant today here. It's an Annona hypoglauca. It's a wild cherimoya. All right. Seeds may take 1 to 6 months to germinate. Oh my. Good deal. All right, so we're going to be planting one of these here today. Put it right there. Spanish cherry. That sounds good too. So medium, small, orange, red colored sapote relative with sweet flavored pulp. The flowers are fragrant and sometimes used in perfumes. Interesting. The Spanish cherry is a quick grower and provides an abundance of pretty fruits in season. Hardy to 28 degrees. So that'll do just fine here in Zone Line B. So we might plant this one here today. Put it there. Sunset papaya. This one looked very interesting as well. Plant that another time though. And this is the Waimanalo papaya. It looks almost like a pumpkin with some kind of squash. Can't wait for these. All right, so let's see what else. Got a bunch of stuff here. Ooh, yeah, now we get to the interesting stuff here. This is a Eugenia arabidae, or Uvaya peba. So I'm a fan of Eugenias. They're all kind of like cherry-like. All right, so we're going to be planting this Eugenia today. What else? We got a Merciaria cuspidata, Camboyum. I'm probably butchering the names left and right. So this is like I think kind of like a Jaboticaba relative, right? Because Jaboticabas, they're like Plinius or Merciarius. So anyway, it was in the rare, ultra rare section. Another Eugenia chlorophylla. Eugenia chlorophylla. I don't remember what the fruit looks like, so I saw the pictures when I ordered it, but I don't remember. Another Eugenia. This is the Eugenia brasiliensis, or orange grumichama. So I have the yellow grumichama and the black or red grumichama. Another one I want to add to the collection is the dwarf grumichama. And we got the Annona X, the sugar lata. So I have the cherry lata. So this is the sugar lata, which is, I guess, a cross between an Atamoya and, is it Atamoya and sugar apple, right? I think so. Doesn't it say it on there? I can't believe I forgot this now. The cherry lata is Atamaya and sugar apple, I think. Or no. Atamoya and reticulata. Yeah, cherry lata. So sugar lata. So it's the reticulata with a sugar apple, this one here. I cannot pronounce this one. Envira Kaju. Let's see there. The Onycnopetalum perichino. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look this one up. I completely forgot what this one looked like. It's been over a week since I ordered these, so I don't really remember anything that I ordered there. Annona squamosa. This is the big eye sugar apple. Yeah, that one looked pretty interesting. It's a very, very big sugar apple, so I thought that was cool. Another one I'm after is the red and the nadai. The nadai is supposed to be nice and chewy. This is the Annona puni. It got cut off. The red guanabanita. So it's got it looked red, as the name suggests, but it had kind of the classic look of a sour sop, just small. This is the Cambuca do Sertão. So this is another Merciara pilosa. So I really like collecting the Eugenias, Annonas, Jaboticabas. Not so much the Garcinias, even though I do like them, but a lot of them just don't grow well here. Annona crassiflora, or Marolo. Some of these really looked outer-worldly. That's what I like about the Annonas. They're just so unique looking, completely alien. And it's just a regular Thai Lessard. I actually didn't mean to order this one, to be honest. I thought I was ordering the Nadai, but then later on the receipt I saw the Thai Lessard, which I already have a tree of this, but hey, never have enough, I guess. I don't see anything else. Oh, that's it. Alright, cool. One thing I don't have is enough labels, I just realized. That's no good. Got some. Alright, I have to keep the baggies with them until I can make some labels. So here we go. So all of them say to plant them about an inch or half an inch into the dirt. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get started. Since this one is dry packed, we'll start with these that need to stay moist. I'm gonna have to take gloves off here, 'cause, there it is. Okay, in the hole you go. So this was the Merciaria pilosa. It does look like a jaboricaba seed. It sure does. Alright, so there goes this one. Let's make sure I don't misplace this baggie. Just kind of stuff it in here with it. It's a horrible way of doing it, because I know I'm going to lose this. I didn't think that one. Didn't think ahead on that one there. Good job. There you go. Just wish I had more of those. Might have enough. Voila. Alright, good. MacGyver would be proud. Right. Gotta take the time to write labels. Let's see, next. Let's do both of the Merciarias next to each other. Where's the other Merciaria? There we go. So the Merciaria cuspitata. Hey, look. This one actually already kind of somewhat sprouted. Okay. Good deal. Let's just be gentle about it. Place it in there. The rest over it. Okay, both the Merciarias. Let's do the, this is one off. Sure, let's do the Eugenias next. Messing this up. There we go. Eugenia, all right. Hey, look at that. Already sprouted as well. So half the job is done here with how long it took to ship. So this one said to plant it about half an inch deep. Cool. Sprinkle this on top. Let's distribute this here later. All right, Eugenia. Here. Let's keep going with the Eugenias. There's another one. This one feels like it's a big seed. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh yeah. Yeah, not sprouted yet though. This is kind of reminds me of the how deep? Let's see, half an inch. The Pitanga tuba. The Pitanga tuba has a pretty big seed as well. Let's pop that bad boy right in there. Sprinkle some of this back on. Eugenia arabidae. Enough of these things. Let me just go look if I have some better labels here. Sharpie. Oh, I got a bunch of these here. All right. Oh, perfect. I'll write it down off camera here. Don't want to bore you too much. Not like this is exciting. Yep, I've been doing this for a little bit. Bunch of these. Yeah, the thing is, if I don't do it now, I know I'm gonna regret it. So, here we go. Alright, what's this first one? Merciaria pilosa. Next one, Eugenia Brasiliensis, orange. Eugenia Arabidae. Picasso. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's grab another Eugenia. Here we go. This is the Eugenia chlorophylla. Marker. Yeah. All right. Good enough. Not the best markers for this, but beggars can't be choosers. Alright, let's take a look at this seed here. There it is. Not yet sprouted. This thing, so ½ inch. Alright. And it goes. Some of this on top, and in the end I'm going to top everything off with the perlite here, so it's nice and light. Orange Gurumichama. I'm excited to see that the Merciaria is already sprouted. So it's a good chance that they'll actually succeed here. Alright, I'll keep going back to that one. Alright, let's see. Do we have any other Eugenias? Let's see. Sononas. Annona. This looks like an Annona. Okay. So that's it for the Annonas. The Eugenias. Let's do this one here next. Let's see. I wish I could read it. I wish it wasn't so cut off here at the top. Alright, I'm gonna give it my best guess here. I'll have to look online. It's random seeds. That's a long name, okay. Periquino, I think. We'll see. Might have to revisit this one. Also not yet sprouted. In she goes. In she goes. Sprinkle some of that on top. Okay. Let's keep going. Now, time for the Annonas. Annona punicifolia, red guanabonita. Stick to the side, to the cultivar name here. Who knows? As a collector, you always want to go by the cultivar name because so many things have the same kind of nicknames, I guess. Punicifolia. Might have to correct some of these names here. Alright, let's put this one here in the next row. So luckily none of these need some kind of scarification or like a cold period to activate them or anything like that. This one is tiny. Very tiny for an Annona seed. But so it's called Guavanita. It's extra small, suggesting very small. So maybe a little deep planted, but this is all very loose, so should not be an issue. All right, next Annona, we got the Squamosa, of course, the big eye sugar apple. So, makes a big sugar apple. Big eye. So I know sugar apples have larger seeds. There you go. This, and in she goes. Top it off with some of this. All this is vermiculite. It's good at retaining moisture and providing drainage. Like if you do a hydro setup, that's something good to use, in like 50-50 with perlite and vermiculite. It's great for drainage and moisture. Annona crassiflora Marolo. Let's do the label first. That's a big seed. All right. Oops. There we go. Look how big this thing is. In she goes. Top it off. All right, next Annona. I got a bunch of Annonas. Sugar Lata. This one I'm kind of excited about. But it's from seeds, it's not grafted, so you know there's always, you're gonna always have some kind of variation. So it'll be very interesting how this one turns out. Annona X Sugar Lata. Plus, depends on how isolated these trees were, right? Who knows what else it was pollinated with. But all part of the surprise, if it even makes it ever to fruiting age, right? So, but the cool part with the Annonas is that they'll usually fruit for you within like 4 years or even sooner. Alright, so this seed definitely looks like a sugar apple seed. Certainly has that size to it. Planted a bit deep there actually, but should be alright. We'll keep it loose on top. Next Annona, Squamosa thylacard. How disappointing. Only because I already have the tree and I ordered the seed by mistake actually. I meant to grab the Nadai, or the Vietnamese sugar apple, because the description of it sounds appealing to me because it's chewy versus, versus custardy, I guess. But I'll just keep looking. Maybe I'll find the tree here somewhere in a local nursery. I'll just have to do another round of seed ordering. Thylacard. So depending on which part of the country, world you are, this is actually a very common variety, or even, how do you say, commercially cultivated, which is good. That means that it's, delicious and fresh off the tree is going to be even better. Oh, yeah, I'm all out of this stuff, which is fine. And the last Annona from the collection here is the Hypoglauca, or wild cherimoya. So this one I'm curious about because cherimoyas do not fruit well, if at all, in this area here. Has to do with, I guess, humidity or mainly like altitude, I guess. Butchered that one, great. Anyway, oh no. There we go. Very small, very tiny. It's kind of the size of that guanabonita seed. Okay, yeah. Steal some of this, put it there. There you go. All right, what are we doing next here? Yeah, why not? Do some of these here. Spanish cherry. This one sounds very intriguing, which is why I ordered it. Oops. Mimosaups elengi. See if I can write that on the back. Mimosaups elengi. Right there. Okay, Seems to have actually a bunch of seeds in here. Even better. Kind of annoying to do with gloves. Oh, look at that. They're big too. Big seeds. Oh my. Oh, how many spots do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packets. These papayas, well, I'm not gonna start these in here. 15 seeds, 15 seeds. Yeah, I'm gonna do a separate tray for these guys. Different tray. I'll stick to these two. Okay. Let's see. We can maybe do like 2 per. Let's see how many seeds are in here. I don't feel these. These are tiny. Okay, let's do another tray. One more. Didn't realize this one had so many seeds in it. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. Because a lot of these Annonas, you only got one seed. And they were more expensive too. But my favorite fruits are cherries, so I couldn't pass this one up since it had cherry in the name, which is also why I like Eugenias, because they're all very cherry-like. All right, let's change this up here. Oops, one too many. There, and one there. sound very hard. Oh, this one's got 3. Apparently I forgot how to count. Alright, we'll triple up on one. So I need some tweezers. Let's flip this guy around. There you go. All right, let's do this next one here. Mountain grape. Cavendishia bracteata. Interesting. It's like the Cavendish banana, huh? Cavendishia. I wonder if there's any correlation. Like the person that discovered this also named the Cavendish banana. I don't know. Bracteata. Okay. All right. I'm curious about these seats here. I'm tempted to take my gloves off because I cannot feel the seats in here. Do that. My goodness. These are tinsy wincy teeny weeny. See them way down there in the corner. There's several in there. Doesn't really say how, yeah, minimum 10 seats. So that's supposed to be a minimum of 10 seats in there. Tiny. Tiny, tiny. Okay, how deep am I supposed to? Yeah, a quarter or 2. Okay, so let's make this hole a little bit more shallow. These big chunks out of there. So there we go. And we're just gonna kind of dump them in there. Looks like I got them all out. Huh, interesting. Didn't expect that. Tiny. Oh shoot. I guess let's do one of these then, since I still have 2 spots available. Mango papaya. My Manala. I'll rather keep the papayas together in another spot. butterfly pea. 10 seeds, 10 seeds. And you know what? Let's get one of the papayas going. 8 seeds, 15 seeds, 15 seeds. Yeah. Let's start this mango papaya. Why not? 8 seeds. Could do 4 and 4. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. 4 and 4. Let's do it. Labels first. Papaya's papaya. I'm not going to write down the scientific name there. There we go. There we go. Yep, count 4 seeds. Change this up a little bit. Didn't want to touch them with my fingers, but here we go. It's fine. Drop them in there. Okay, all right. These I will save for another session here. was hoping to do some planting and up potting here today, but then I got this surprise delivery here of those seeds. So it's a nice change. Can't tell you when the last time I planted stuff from seed here, so it's been a while for sure. It has been a while. Been getting more into, grafting and growing things from cuttings and so on. Alright, let's put these puppies back on. Use the soil here. Now I'm just going to top it off with some perlite. That should do it. So next, I'm basically gonna pop these in here. Just some Tupperware. Oops. There we go. And use this here as a humidity dome. I still got to poke a couple of holes in here, but essentially, and we'll keep them in a nice warm spot. They all need about 70 to 80 degrees to be comfortable. So we'll see if we can accommodate that. All right, well, next time we'll do some more planting here. I have a jujube to plant, planting here. I have a jujube to plant, a miracle berry, and I just finished planting truly tiny. Let me actually bring this over there. I'll show you. I'll give y'all a quick update. So I put the pumpkin in here. This is a pumpkin tangerine. I just put that one in the ground. I still got to put a bunch of mulch on there. So it's looking happy. It's looking good. And just put the truly tiny banana. This thing will get maybe 2-3 feet and it'll fruit for you. So it's a nice little buffer tree. And this Annona reticulata right here, which is actually flowering for me. So that's nice to see. I'm gonna have to mulch it a lot more. And I'm smothering this area there to kill all the grass and everything. I'm gonna be putting some more stuff back here, like key lime and black sapote and peanut butter fruit tree and so on. This is the sugar bell Tangello. They're very small, but it's a small tree. They get a lot bigger. That's holding on fruit. Got the honey murcot right here that's also holding on to some fruit right now. Still very green. I have a suspicion that some of these have the greening because they are ripening very uneven, but it might also be just a location. But it's also a young tree, so it's still practicing, I guess, or learning. Got the peanut butter fruit tree right here. Got a nice one hanging, so this one's gonna go into the ground here soon. It did get a little bit of cold damage. It got pretty cold here in the 30s the other day, so and then over here we got the Redlands white sapote. So super excited about this one. This one is already fruiting for me. So it's actually pushing some flowers right there. Yep. And let's see what else is fruiting. We got the honey murcot. The other one was not the honey murcot. The other one was the Newell's clementine. This is the honey murcot. Honey murcot. But yeah, I've been doing some chop and drop in here with the the miracle leaf. Good stuff. My plum, peach, nectarine. Cut all those down, and here's the mulberry. So this is how far down I cut my mulberries. Really low to hip height. And by the time the summer comes around, this is going to be again 12 feet. And I have to chop it back down this low. And then come winter, it's going to be again 12 feet. So I have to cut this one down twice a year. And every time I cut it, it fruits. So one that I'm not too excited about and how it turned out is the white mulberry. I had to cut it really, really low. Look how low. Ankle height. So I I hope I didn't kill it. The problem I had with it, this trunk here was growing and fusing with the other trunk. So I cut it way low to avoid that. And plus it has already such a low branching. So I'm tempted to actually cut this one here even lower and just let this here alone grow back. Because I don't really want two trunks growing, you know. So this was just not a good cutting. I should have done this a lot sooner when it was still very, very thin and small. So I'm gonna see how this here grows back, if at all, and train it from there. But I just don't want this two trunked kind of thing. We'll see. More to come, hopefully. Anyways, I'll see y'all next time.